Hello everyone, Kane the Able here, and we are back with Neo Scavenger. I kind of got my son here, so I'm going to have to kind of watch him out of the corner of my eye a little bit, but I'm going to try and record. Hatter's office is in the husk of one of those flop house hotels you'd see crammed between high rises in a busy city. It even has the old marquee hanging precariously from the cornerstones. Several floors up, armed guards watch over the street from missing sections of the building. Hatter acknowledges the man at the door and leads you through a surprisingly clean lobby to an old-fashioned elevator. "I have a client," he starts, pausing for the case to rattle shut, "who collects heirlooms." He speaks louder over the motor. He compensates well enough, in fact, that I'd be willing to part with a DMC visitor's pass in exchange. The elevator clunks to a halt and the door rattles open, revealing a dark room lit by video screens and old lamps. Stepping off the elevator, it feels like you've walked into a control center built into an antique store. Baubles and relics crowd the walls and tabletops, while video screens and computer consoles cast a bluish tint on a handful of armed guards. Hatter crosses the room to sit at a low, broad desk facing the elevator. There's a lake. He pulls a worn road atlas from the desk drawer, about a day's walk northwest of here. Inside a building there is a silver urn. He pages through the atlas to a map of Michigan. My guess is that you know a thing or two about getting around out there, and maybe this could be your ticket into the DMC. He pauses to look up at you. Interested? Now, you said to do trapping. Something's fishy here. Something doesn't add up. You're no seasoned mercenary, but you're sure any fixer worth his salt is going to be careful with whom he contracts for work. And a visitor's pass can't be cheap, so there's no way this is just a cakewalk test. Plus, Hatter approached you. Nobody walked into a town out of nowhere and gets that kind of welcome. Something doesn't wash here, and it makes you edgy. "I don't like this," you say, stopping short of sounding threatening. "Sounds like someone's trying to set me up." That gets Hatter's attention. You hear the creak of leather as the guard tenses. He says, leaning back in his creak chair. "Turns out maybe you are worth the extra attention you seem to have garnered." He looks down at a blank spot on his desk, considering something a moment, and starts talking at it. Your, let's call him employer, had a particular interest in you. He leans forward and starts interacting with his security console. Interested enough to open this urn, contracts with express instructions that it only be assigned to you. Said I'd find you trying to enter the DMC. Said he'd front the cost of the visitor's pass if I got you to do it. He finishes a keystroke, then gestures to the wall monitors. One of the monitors switches to a view of this room with a cycling time code in the lower corner. After a few seconds of fast-forwarding, it switches to real-time playback. There, standing where you are now, a black mass about the size of a man